Leeds is no Springville's offense. I think they should throw the ball a little bit more because when you're throwing the ball, running the ball is not always good. Because when I seen them running the ball against Moody and stuff, like now it was working on some occasions, but like it's not gonna work all the time. Sometimes, like something during the game against Dora, boy was I stressed out, in my opinion. But Springville won 35-21, so I was like, because they threw the ball more. And I think when they throw the ball more, they're more successful throwing the ball more than they are when they run. Now the defenses. Leeds' run defense is unbelievable. Sebastian Nava again. Cebus. And then they got Carlos. Carlos plays defense as well. Carlos really good. Really good, man. And they got some more people too. I think Emilion plays on defense. I don't know if he does. I know some others do too. But then you have what's Springville defenders. But you don't want to Springville's defense. They have really good players. Like it just depends on the day. Sometimes you're gonna have a bad day. Sometimes you don't have bad days. Sometimes you have good days. They got just like I said, Seth Jones, Cooper Tibbs, Steve Thornton. Steve Thornton finna go crazy. Shoot, boy, he finna go crazy. Does he even start? I gotta ask him if he start. Who's this? Who gonna talk about? ZJ finna go crazy. Bees, both Bees is Hayden Bees and Wilson Bees finna go crazy. All Springville players and Leeds players, they gonna go crazy in the game. I never seen Leeds. Well, I don't know if this counts. The only time I seen Leeds lose a football game was when they were playing Ramsey. I was on the Ramsey side. I remember I was clowning on everybody. Well, not clowning on everybody. I was like telling Sadie and Chris Bear, like, what happened? Oh, and then I'll get to the next part about how I met everybody in Springville, like who I first met from Springville, and then my favorite folks from the area. But if everybody's gonna go crazy in that game, and for instance, Springville, I know a lot of I've seen a lot, and I heard a lot of people from Springville, and they people from Springville told me that they said that Lee is gonna blow them up, and I said, have some faith in your team. You don't know that. Not offending Leeds, because those are my homeboys as well. Those are my homeboys as well. Not saying that they're gonna whoop them, but I forgot to mention that Springville's never lost when I came. According to Dylan Hare, you can ask Dylan Hare this what he said at the soccer game when they won the championship. He said that I was Springville's good luck charm. And you can kind of say it's kind of not wrong, because when I came to every Springville game I've come to, Springville's won. I've been to a Springville. I watched Springville and Jasper. Well, when they were playing a team in Jasper, not Jasper High School. They were playing a team in Jasper. Kira and another girl won. I think it was Kira. I forgot her name. Golly, I think it's Madison. No, Adriana. Adriana was her name. And an exchange student. They won their match. I watched because I was watching with the Springville people. I was watching sitting by Russo, Tingle, Henderson, and Seawitt. We were all watching. I was in the tent. I was sitting at the tent with them when everybody left, and then we all watched on the bleachers. I came to the soccer games, right? The soccer games. They won a quarterfinal, won a semifinal. They did win the semifinal, but I wasn't there. But they won the final, I was there. Then a football game. And this thing, Springville was down 14-7 against Dora. They scored 21 unanswered points. They went on a 21-7 run. I won 35-21. And that's the thing about adversity. So you're gonna always face adversity in the game. And I think Leeds definitely has talent to beat Springville. But I think Springville has a chance against Leeds. Please don't judge me on this. Springville has a chance. Not a chance. They have a lot. They have a lot of good players. I think they have a great shot to upset Leeds at home. So I heard what happened against Fairview. I know people clowning are gonna be like, and even I heard from the students. Some of the students, they said football is not really that good. But it's just the beginning of the season. You don't know what's gonna happen in the middle of the season. I think that I talked this with David John. I said, I think it was Easter. I said if Springville changes their offense to more of throwing, they'll be more successful. But Springville, they got some good athletes out there. They got some really good athletes. I'm so excited for this game coming up that it's going to be fun. See y'all and who I met first from Springville and Leeds, and favorite folks from Leeds and Springville. I forgot to mention special teams. So I think special teams going into the game. Of course, special team unit for Leeds is unbelievable. Special team defense. Well, receiving is good too. Receiving is great actually, and defensive special teams is good too. Springville special teams. They got I think he's and this is my opinion too. So please don't say I'm deriding. Patrick Williams, probably the best field goal kicker in Alabama. And who I would have put over him would have probably been Avery. But guess what? Avery doesn't play football no more. And I was surprised. That was a little surprising to me too. I'm like, Avery doesn't play football anymore? But Patrick Williams, best field goal kicker in Alabama. I may be wrong, but that's my opinion. Patrick Williams definitely the best. Like, who's better than this guy? I need someone to tell me who's better than Patrick Williams at the field goal kicker. Who's better than him? No one's better than Patrick Williams. Nobody at field goal kicking in the state of Alabama. But yeah, that's I just said I was going to talk about something else, but that's all I have to get out of my mind first. So, who was the first person I met from Leeds? The first person I met from Leeds was Sadie Anthony. Sadie was the first person I met from Leeds. And the next person I met from Leeds was my friend Jalen Lee, who goes to Ramsey now. He was the second person I met from Leeds. Then the third person was Chris Bird. Sadie was the first person I met because she came to practices. And practiced at Gerald's clinics. And I didn't know a lot about Leeds high school. But I knew she played tennis for them. So then I met the tennis team, right? Met members of the tennis team. I still didn't know their names. I only knew Sadie and Scout. But then, I started meeting, just like I've talked about already. I started meeting, what's their names? More people from the tennis team, because when they follow me on Instagram, that's when I started knowing everybody. And those were the first people I met from Leeds. And who did I meet from Springville first? You already know. I think you already know the answer. Luke Russo. Again, first person I met from Springville. Like first tennis player I played from Springville. First Springville person to follow my IG. And my first friend from Springville. And speaking of Leeds and Springville, I don't know if I already touched on this, but I was mainly friends with the people in the class of 2024 from those schools. Just like I said, Sadie, Luke, they're both class of 2024. When I was in Leeds, I knew one baseball guy, Nolan Moore. Then I knew her friend. Sadie's other friends, Sophie, Claire, Aubrey, and Memory. And I really only met one. I met only one of them in person before. That was Memory. Now I've seen Nolan in person before, but I haven't talked to him in person. I talked to I talked to him on Instagram, but like I seen him play in person at the baseball game because he was pitching. And so I was mainly more with the scene. I knew my friend, my boy Chris Bird. And you know a crazy story? Chris Bird used to go to Springville when he was little. Then his house got burnt and moved to Center Point, and his dad became principal at Leeds Middle School, and Chris Bird went to Leeds. And Chris Bird is my favorite senior from Leeds, or one of my favorite people from Leeds, man. And then the senior class of Springville, mostly them. Luke Russo, Braden Henderson, Caden Witt, Braden Tingle. Those are the four. Mallory, Sarah, Maddie, Jacob, Spencer, Ty, Nathan. Those were the first, I knew seniors. But then, as those seniors were about to heading on to college, going to these events were good because I got to meet people that were in my grade and in my some that were younger, like 10th grade or 11th grade. So I remember when Sadie and Chris left, who was my friend at Leeds. Wilson, Scout, Abram, and the rest of them. They became my friends, and I started hanging out with them more in Leeds. In Springville, it was when Luke and them were about to head on to college. Who would I have? I had Easton Hood. I had Becca. Me and Becca became very real close. Only knew each other for I don't know what month this is. May, June, July, August, September. Only 5 months. We're already good friends. Easton. I said Easton, David, and Cam. And a lot more people too. But I'm glad that I have, more of my friends are now currently at the school. And I know almost everybody at each school. This is what people tell me. We go to Leeds. I see somebody I know. Somebody spots me at the mall. Then I see somebody from Springville I know at the Walmart. Because I know them. I know everybody. So now, Springville people I've knew the shortest amount of time, and Leeds people I knew for the longest. Leeds people, I know if you follow me on IG in 2022, then they follow my Instagram in 23, about 2 or 3, and then a lot of them started following me on Instagram in 2024. Then Springville. I only knew them from this year. One Springville guy followed me in 2023. Now almost the whole school does. Like that's how I only knew Springville people for a short amount of time, and I'm already that known at that school at Springville. And I remember looking at all the athletics, right? People don't. I mean, people underestimate Springville sometimes. Springville has very good athletics. Like they have so many really good athletics. Baseball team won state 2019. Girls soccer team is unbelievable. And people overlook girls soccer. I mean, soccer overall. Like a lot of people don't care about it at like other schools, but like they care about all their sports. People gonna show out. Always bring a crowd. That's what I like about Springville. Leeds too. Sometimes at the soccer games, not really. Sometimes, but at the football games and the other games, they be doing that. Yeah, I got a beard. A beard. I have to cut this beard off soon. Not this week though. So now I'm gonna get to my favorite folks from each of these places. Now y'all seen most of them already, but the list have changed. Some are still the same, and I'm talking about currently, not like where the seniors are coming from, like the seniors from last year. But I'm talking about now, currently enrolled in these schools. So who are my top 10 folks at Leeds and Springville? So Leeds and Springville. Just to mention, let me mention this first. My homeboys from Parker. They're all my brothers. And my homeboy Solomon, Joaquin, Jairus, y'all all my brothers. So y'all are in the top tier. And some of the people too are the top tier too. So and Nigel Billings, I can't forget Nigel. Nigel's finna go off to Tuskegee, man. Congrats on him. Proud of him. But yeah, let's get started. So first I'm gonna start with Leeds. Leeds, I've talked to them a lot, and most of them are friends of mine because of tennis and some from the baseball game. So I met a lot of good people over the week and over the years too. So I'm gonna just give my first person who is in my top 10. Kenley Williams. I met Kenley when Braden was playing at a game. The Leeds people came to tournaments. You don't always see a lot of Leeds people playing in tournaments, but you'll most likely see Kenley or Wilson playing in the tournament. And I know her boyfriend Dax, really good baseball player, really good. He's a really good, cool guy too. I hope he does great at Lawson. He gonna do good. And then at number 9, at number 9 you have her brother, Braden Williams. Braden, was the guy I played an iconic match against Leeds when I played against Leeds. He's a really cool guy. Pretty chill. Tries to have fun. Like number 8, we got Sebastian Nava. Sebastian may be going up on this list too soon. But Sebastian, my gooder, bro, man. And yeah, Sebastian, I know I talked to him on Instagram. No, he the guy that would spot me at the mall. And 2 times I met Sebastian, it was football game, took a flag. Then I talked to him after the Leeds versus Shays Valley game. Then you got JB Jonathan Bolin. Love JB. J Bolin. Bolin is cool. He was another Leeds guy I saw at the outlet. And like he's a really cool dude. Really cool dude. I know he one time I remember I was supposed to transfer to Leeds and he was like happy I was coming down there. But he said, hey, even if you don't transfer, you're still a green wave in your heart. Then you got Carlos playing Cincia. Put some respect on his name. Carlos, love Carlos. He a cool guy. I know he has that dedication of loving leagues. Like football, soccer, at baseball games, he's like hyping everybody up. And he's a pretty good guy. He said, I better see you at the games. And every time I talk to him, he's like, I'm a pretty chill guy. And he's always down to take a picture. Number 5, Molly Jane. Love Molly Jane. Molly Jane is cool. I love Molly Jane. She homegirls for tennis. Really cool. Energetic too. That's all I gotta say. Number 4, you got Finley Bell. Finley, I love Finley. Finley is chill, very cool. Football games, she was very excited to see me at the football games. I remember my first game against Mortimer Jordan. Everybody was like pointing, she's saying hi, like, hey, and we took a flick after the game, her and her sister. Then you got, I got this thing wrong. The second person, well, no, I got it right. So there's one person in particular who was one of my roommates at a college thing one time, and his name was Abram Davis, and that's who was at number 3. Abram Davis, he told me he was from Leeds, and I was like, do you know Scout? And he's like, yeah, of course I know Scout. That's my bestie. And Abram's a pretty cool dude. I always talk to him all the time. When I buy Leeds Green Wave stuff, he'd be like, I gotta love you supporting the Green Wave. And even then, they like, I'll get to it after I finish these last 2 rankings. At number 2, I got Scout Thomas. Scout, like one of the only people from Leeds I knew for a long time. But at number 1, I got Wilson Beasley. Wilson's my homeboy. I always talk to him on the phone. He be the one spreading the word about tennis and Leeds. Like that's how I kind of knew everybody from Wilson. Can't wait to see him perform against Springville. Like, man, that gonna be insane. Now we go on to Springville. Before I mention Springville, I just want to say, Leeds people, they think of me as a Green Wave. I remember I asked one of them one time, I said, y'all treat me like I'm a Leeds Green Wave. And they said, you are a Leeds Green Wave. I forgot who said it. I think it was Wilson or Scout or Molly. I don't know who it was. It was somebody. But the honorable mentions are Tabari and Braylon. Those are the 2 honorable mentions. Springville. I have a lot of folks in Springville. I hang out with a lot of folks in Springville. And this list was kind of hard to make because I'm like, wow, like I know a lot of these people. And remember, these lists were about current people, not including the seniors that were here. Because that would have been a whole different list. So number 10, I got Patrick Williams. Pat I was talking to the other day. He was we were talking about the game coming up. He was telling me about he knew some of the people from Leeds, especially because one of them is also a goalie, Carlos. And it's gonna he's Because Pat said he's really excited for this game. Like, he's saying, I hope to do a game-winning field goal against Leeds. And I'm going to be like, hey, if you got it, you got it. I want to see some drama. Not fighting drama. I mean, like, I would like to see, like, a classic game, man. A classic game. Then you know you have Dylan Hare. Dylan Hare, one of the only original people to ask me how I was doing. He asked me who my name was, introduced himself, because he was interested in knowing who I was. And you know, and if y'all were wondering who was the guy to invite me to all the games, it was Dylan. Just to let y'all know why I come to the games. Dylan Hare was one reason I came to the games. Because he said, you got to come to all our games now. You got to come to all our games. Then, Seth Jones. Love Seth Jones. Seth Jones, one of the best hype brothers ever. Like, at the games, he's always, like, at soccer games, he always has everybody hype. Y'all seen it in the videos. Like, what's that? Tigers. It's good to be a Springville Tiger. Like, man, is he good at what he does. And then he's the leader on the football team. He's gonna do good. I think he's gonna do good against Leeds. Hope he does. Like, hope he does well. Because remember, I think everybody's gonna do good. Like, everybody for both teams. Then you have Jerome Bird. Jerome Bird, you know, my mom's last name was Bird. And, you know, I have a lot of friends. Like, my family members are Birds. He's not my cousin, but Jerome, pretty cool guy, soccer guy. People didn't know I was a huge soccer fan. And Jerome, you know, one of the best soccer players in the state. And I told him about how I plan to come to some of the games. He said, let's go. And at Springville, and I don't mean to bring descendants in this verse, but you don't see a lot of black people in Springville. Mostly only black people I know from Springville are J-Rock, Jerome, and Jacob. And Jerome, you know, not a lot of people all like from white school. Well, not all from white schools. See a lot of good black people in mostly non-black sport. Well, not really non-black sports. I mean, like, sports that are not minority. What am I saying? Majority, like, you know, tennis is a majority white sport. And a lot of people, when they see me, a black guy, playing good, they're like, this guy's good. Then, you know, Jerome plays soccer, which is really majority, you can say, I don't know what, I know it's majority, like, I don't know where soccer came from. Let me look up where soccer originated from. Oh, it originated from England. So I can say, here's what I can say. I can say it's also mainly Caucasian sport, depending on what school you were at. In the school of Springville, mostly, like, he's like the only black guy on the soccer team. And I think, in my opinion, he's the best player on that team, too. And actually, he is the best player on that team. Like, one of the best in the state. Like I said. Then, you know, you have Campbell Marlowe. Campbell, David Jones's girl. David, like, I've only spoken to her twice. Because I know when I go down to the McDonald's, sometimes I would say hey. But she's a really cool person. Her and David are a very good couple. Love them both. I'm glad that they love each other. And I'm glad that they're happy. Do you know you have Kira Harbison? Kira Harbison, I like Kira. Like, best girl on Springville's team. Like, I practice with her a lot too. When I go down to Springville, I'll try to practice with her, play tennis with her. It's really cool. 4, you got Walker Cole. Always talking to Walker Cole. Media guy. Like, I don't know why Walker Cole's not on the football team. Because, like I said, most Springville people strong and buff, and then they're like tall. I'm like, why don't y'all play football? Why don't you play football? You look big, built like a football player. But Walker's doing what Walker does. Walker does whatever he wants to do. And he's a cool guy. Remember, I met him at the McDonald's. And became friends from there. Then you have Rebecca Sierra, soccer. Best soccer player in 5A. She really cool. We always talk on the phone sometimes. Just talk about our sports. Like we would talk about. I would talk to her about tennis. She would talk to me about soccer. I would tell her about the I remember I told her about the experience of being at the football game at Dora when Springville was playing. And I remember we were playing pickleball. We always talk about playing pickleball. And crazy that you can become friends with somebody even when you only knew them for like 5 months. You just met them 1 year. 1 year you're about to almost graduate, and now you're friends with somebody. That's unbelievable. Then you have David Jones. Can't forget David. I love David. David's always talk to David on the phone. David Jones, really good guy. Like, he's the guy that calls me a Springville Tiger. Not just an honorary Springville Tiger, but am a Springville Tiger. David has 2 jobs, hardworking man, and I'm glad that he's successful. And make sure that he keeps playing tennis, because if he quits tennis, I'm going to be so mad. I'm not so mad, I'm going to be sad, because David's a cool guy. Then number 1, y'all already know, Easton Hood. Second person I knew from Springville. Easton, me and him always play tennis. We always talk on the phone. We're supposed to play doubles at a tournament, but then got canceled because of scheduling problems. But Easton's mainly my favorite person from Springville at the moment. Love Easton. Easton's good. And let me go back to what David Jones said. I remember I was on the phone with David one time, and I told him, like, y'all treat me like I'm an honorary Springville Tiger, or y'all treat me like I'm a Springville Tiger. And he said, you are a Springville Tiger. And I'm kind of like, that's crazy. Like, I go to another school, and they love me. I had to get a haircut this week. I keep on touching my beard. Oh, I would love to grow my hair out. I'm gonna grow this out. Grow my beard out. Like Black Santa Claus. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the rankings of Leeds and Springville people. I'm gonna post some pictures of like me and my friends from Leeds and Springville, like some good pictures, and it's gonna be fun to look at. I may do some more videos, but it's gonna be very long videos. So, like on YouTube, it's gonna be like an hour long. It's gonna be a movie. I'm excited for it. Can't wait for it. It's been D1 JG Tennis, and see y'all in the next ranking, or on the way to Springville to watch the game of the freaking century. Leeds versus Springville. September 6th, 2024 at 7 p.m. at the Ville. Go Green Wave, go Tigers. Who you think gonna win between Leeds and Springville?
I got Leeds all the way live.
What score gonna be?
I say 27-20.
Who you think gonna win between Leeds and Springville tomorrow night?
Probably Leeds.
What score gonna be? It's a football game.
It's gonna be close. So I'm thinking like, let me see. Maybe like 21-20, something like that.
Who you think gonna win between Springville and Leeds tomorrow night at 7?
I think Leeds gonna win.
What score gonna be?
Huh?
What score gonna be?
I
Score.
don't know. I just think Leeds gonna win.
Who you think gonna win between Springville and Leeds? Leeds. All right. Who you think gonna win between Springville and Leeds tomorrow night?
I got Leeds, man. Oh, yeah.
What score gonna be?
Like 28-14, man.
Who you think gonna win between Springville and Leeds tomorrow night?
I'm like Springville, bitch.
Springville gonna upset Leeds? Who you think gonna win between Springville and Leeds?
I'm gonna say Leeds.
What score gonna be?
Probably 35-14.
Oh my God. Who you think gonna win between Springville and Leeds tomorrow?
I'm gonna go with Leeds today, man.
What score gonna be?
28-39, 28.
Who you think gonna win tomorrow between Leeds and Springville? What score gonna be?
43-12.
Leeds was founded in 1887. Springville was founded in 1880. So Springville was first. Leeds has a lot of good places, including Buc-ee's, Bass Pro, Grand River, Barber Sports, and so many other places. Springville, they have a lot of great restaurants who have some of the fastest service. I think I already said that already. And I'm gonna go to one of those restaurants. No, not one of those restaurants, McDonald's. I'm going to McDonald's tomorrow in Springville. I'm excited for it. And let me know just some extra facts about both schools. So, here's this. We got me. And I think y'all saw on my Instagram already. Yes, I am related to Charles Barkley. That's my cousin. And him being one of the most successful, actually the most successful athlete in my out of all my family members, he came out of Leeds, and now one of the most successful not just tennis player, but one of the most successful athletes in our family, me, is now famous at that school. Then you got Springville. What got me with Springville? You already saw my phone number. Everybody who has my phone number, like my actual phone number, I'm not gonna show it. Some of y'all see my voice over phone number for tennis, but not my real one. My phone number for the regular stuff is from Springville. I have a Springville phone number. So it's gonna be, it's a very, 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 very good fact. And then let me talk about Springville's principal, the principal of the year. What's so crazy about this is that Springville's principal was a Leeds Green Wave alum. He was a Leeds Green Wave alumni. So it's a very big game to him, to his school that he watches over. He's playing against the school that he graduated from. So it's a pretty big game. And yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. I know y'all probably getting tired of me making these videos like before the game. Y'all like, why don't you save it for the game? Well, yeah, I'm gonna save it for the game. I'm excited for it. Really excited. It's gonna be fun. Go Leeds Green Wave. Go Springville Tigers. Ride green, ride. I said it's good to be a Springville Tiger. I think Springville. I know they're wearing purple tomorrow. I don't know what type of helmets they're gonna wear tomorrow though. I know the Green Wave wearing all white. The Green Wave's wearing all white. That's obvious. I want to see Springville in all purple helmets. Like those boys are clean, boy. They're clean. But yeah. Another thing, when you compare the sports, we look at the sports. Leeds really only has football and on some occasions. Most of the sports go to Springville, outside of boys soccer. Now I know people will be like, tennis. What about tennis? Won't Leeds be over Springville in tennis? This year, I don't know. Last year, definitely not. Why I say definitely not? Now Leeds won their section last year, but remember, like, don't forget, Springville beat Leeds overall last year. Wait, did they? Well, I think that, yeah, Springville beat Leeds overall last year. And Springville got second in one of the hardest sections in 5A. Leeds, and no offense to my homeboys from Leeds. And I think, and actually Wilson Beasley told everybody this. Their section, there wasn't really a lot of people. Only people in the section they had to worry about was Jordan Moon and Zach Hope from Silicaga. That's their only section they have to worry about. The only team they have to worry about in the section. But either way, they're making the state. But now Leeds is in Ramsey's section this year, so it's gonna be fun. But for the 100th time, I said Leeds versus Springville. 7 p.m. No, not November. I'm stupid. I'm gonna say November. Tomorrow, it's September. September 6th, 2024. See y'all there. Most of my followers, Instagram followers, are from Springville. I have a little bit more than Leeds. Like Leeds people that I knew longer, but so many people from Springville follow my IG. I mean, the same, not almost the same amount, but it's a little bit more Springville people follow my IG more than a little bit with my Leeds people. But I love both schools. I love both. So, gosh, man, I'm gonna take up a lot of storage on this phone. It's gonna be fun. Tomorrow night, I'm ready for it. Let's go.